Welcome to Ignite Your Sexuality with me, Sarah Rose Bright. This video is to tell you a little bit about some of the women who've done the course, what the course entails, and also to give you a flavor of who I am. And I'm going to start with a little bit about my story because people make assumptions that because I'm doing this work, I must have been amazing at sex all my life and really enjoyed it. And actually, what got me into this work was having a heap of sexual problems. I was scared about sex. I didn't have any concept of my own pleasure. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know how to speak or communicate anything around sex. So I just went through the motions and performed in a way I thought I should. I thought I had something wrong with me because of the fantasies that I was having. I thought I was ugly. I thought my vulva and my vagina were deformed. I was so wrapped up in my thoughts, so continually critical of myself, that I just lived in my head, and I didn't know how to relax and enjoy pleasure because I didn't know even what pleasure was. And I was just numbing out on addictions, alcohol, drugs, you name it. I was doing anything possible to not be here and to just go through the motions. I'd experienced trauma in my teenage years, which had just left me with very low self-esteem. And I didn't realize at the time what that trauma had left in my body. So, for example, if a partner said to me, what do you want sexually? I would just freeze. And sex obviously was not satisfying, and because of that also it really greatly impacted my relationships. And so by the time I was 29, I was deeply unhappy, and I knew that this was the area of life that was holding me back, but I just didn't know where to go. I was worried there was something deeply wrong with me. I couldn't talk to anybody about it. And so I just want to read you a quote, actually, because this quote really sort of sums up where I was. It's a quote by Anais Nin, and the quote is, "And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." And a series of events led me to taking some of the most courageous steps of my life and looking at this area of my life. And it was full of fear. It wasn't easy. And it has been challenging, but it's also been incredible, life-changing, amazing. And 15 years later, here I am, and this has been my full-time profession for 10 years now. And I've put this course together because in a way, this is the course I would have loved those years ago. And this course distills my 15 years of personal study and exploration, my 10 years of client work and working in groups with many, many, many women. And sharing all of that, what works, the best of it in this course is just a total passion and joy for me, because even in this day and age, it's incredible how little great information is out there. And so I really want to make it accessible to as many women as possible, because sometimes all this is needed is the content of this course. I've seen so many women take this course, and it just be incredible to witness what happens in their lives. So just to say a little bit about the sort of women that have done this course, because this might be you. So just a few things that I see commonly for the women who do this course. They feel very alone and lost when they start, and they wonder something is up with them, and you might be feeling that. And I promise you 100% there's nothing wrong with you, 100%. And you'll find out why during the course. You may be not feeling any desire for sex, or you're not enjoying sex, and you're just wondering why, what's up with you. Sex might feel boring. It might feel mechanical. It might feel like a duty. It might feel like it's you're performing and just concerned about the other person's pleasure. That's the only thing in the mix, not your pleasure. You might find it hard to just switch off and enjoy yourself. You might be with somebody who is great, but you just can't switch off and enjoy yourself. You might be experiencing these with a partner. You might be experiencing these things alone. You might be, or both. You might not be having orgasms, or if you are, they're not satisfying. You might feel that you don't know what you like, and you find it hard to initiate sex, for example. You don't know what to ask for. You don't know how to talk about it, how to be open around it. You might feel a lot of guilt and shame around who you are as a sexual being because of things or thoughts or experiences that have happened. You might be actually avoiding intimacy, whether that's with a partner or whether you're single and avoiding intimacy. And you might be in relationships that are unfulfilling, or had relationships that are unfulfilling, as well as sexual experiences that are unfulfilling. And you may not love your body. You may not like your vulva or your vagina or your breasts, for example. So these are the sort of things that women commonly approach me with. You might be experiencing one of them, you might be experiencing all of them, or a mix. And it may be that something that you're experiencing that's not on this list, which again, it's not a complete list, but just to give you a flavor. And something's got you here, just like it does with many women on this course, this feeling that it just doesn't have to be like this, that there has to be more. There's like this niggling inside that says there's got to be more to this area of your life. There has to be. You may have heard about that from other women friends, or what you've seen and read, or you just got this niggle. And you're just not, you don't want to settle anymore. You don't want to waste any more time. And you know that this is holding back the rest of your life, and that you need to focus on yourself first, that you need to discover all of this for yourself before you then really go and share that with another, if that's what you choose to do. So again, I promise you're not alone. What you're experiencing, so many women are experiencing. And so the women who've done this course have come with a whole heap of dreams and desires. And again, these might be some of the things that you're wanting for yourself. To feel confident in who you are and to express yourself, to feel sensual, sexual, to feel the power you have as a woman, to feel your sexual desire and energy, and for that to be there in your day-to-day, to enjoy sex, for it to be playful, passionate, fun, relaxing, whatever it is for you that you'd like it to be. To feel confident to initiate sex, to feel able to give pleasure and enjoy it, to receive pleasure and enjoy it, to know what you enjoy, not just in your sex life, but also in your day-to-day life, to know what's possible for your pleasure out of the limited slice of what we've been taught, to be authentic and true in that, to really express your sexual core self, to be able to love your body, to love your breasts, your vulva, your vagina, to know and feel the power and the sensitivity and possibility of our just incredible bodies. To be able to talk about sex and pleasure and intimacy in a way that's honest and open, to be able to communicate what you need. To be able to, might be to reconnect with a partner and reignite your intimate life, or it might be to find lovers and partners, but this time for it to be different, to feel that level of deep connection and intimacy and pleasure that you feel and know is possible. And again, to integrate this into your everyday, for this to be a daily part of your life that just fuels your creativity, your health, your vitality, your inspiration, your passion, your joy. And these are the things that women who've done the course have found. And I want these things for you too. So I just want to share with you some quotes of some of the women who've done the course, because I think they speak volumes. So one of the quotes is, "This course showed me what I can do when I focus on myself." And this is something I hear really a lot, that when we put ourselves first, it's been my experience and so many women I've worked with, that life reorientates itself around us in different ways. Because it's about saying yes to what we really want, saying no to things that are draining our energy and that don't serve us, not putting up with, not tolerating, not settling. And then another quote, "My biggest realization is that I am a sexual, sensual woman for me. And this doesn't depend on anyone else, and that my sexual energy is there and powerful." Another quote, I feel like I've woken up sexually and feel lighter, like a big weight is off my shoulders. I learned and broke through so many things I wasn't expecting to even cover. A totally amazing basis for building a healthy sex life and life as a whole. And a couple more quotes. I feel sexier and more alive. I've got a new appreciation of my body and I feel a new sense of freedom and possibility. And I have a new model for pleasure, no longer feeling so strongly that there needs to be a goal, and understanding that my sex life is life itself and that all pleasure feeds my sex life. So I'm really happy to share those with you because that's the voices of the women who've done this course. So if you visit the page on my website, you'll get all the details about everything this course includes and how it works. But just to give you an overview, there's 10 modules. And we start with looking at who we are, where we've come from, and where we are now. What do we want to keep? What do we want to let go of? We look at self-love as a foundation to our sexual flourishing. We explore body love. We explore desire. What is it? The myths around desire, how to cultivate it, what gets in the way of our desire. We spend a couple of modules exploring self-pleasure because there is so much to learn and explore about our bodies and our pleasure. We spend another couple of modules looking at our relationship to our vulvas and our vagina because, again, there is so much to explore and uncover and discover. We look at our authentic expression, our authentic sexual erotic expression, what is true for us, what really lights us up and turns us on. And then we have a whole module looking at intimacy with another. Really fabulous stuff around communication and how to create great pleasure. So there's a heap of amazing stuff over these 10 modules that I'm really excited to share with you. So each week, each module, you get a pre-recorded themed webinar on these topics, which is around an hour. There's 10 of those. And then each module, you also get a step-by-step, beautifully recorded audio practice, which is a guided audio practice relevant for the theme of the module. You get some journal questions to explore, other resources and practices to explore. You get tools and templates designed to make your learning easy, to support your learning. And then there's Q&A calls, which are live calls with me to support your learning. So you can ask any questions about the course, your personal experiences, all sorts of things. And there's always a special rate working one-to-one with me if anybody wants additional sessions as well to dive deeper. But many women don't ever need that. Some women choose that. But the Q&A calls are a really amazing resource. They're optional. You can get an audio copy of the live calls, but I really recommend you make the most of them. So if this is speaking to you and you're ready to ignite your sexuality, then please read the full details of the course. And the page on my website includes all the details, including how to book. Feel free to contact me with any questions at all that you have. I'm always happy to answer any questions at all. And other than that, I really hope to see you and to support and guide you on this incredible journey. It really is such an amazing part of our lives to look at. The rewards and the richness and the depths and the gifts from this are really phenomenal. And I'd really love to share this journey with you. So thank you so much for watching and enjoy your day. Take care. Bye-bye.